What's up? Welcome back. Another episode of Turn Up the Mic. I'm your guy, Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
Hey, what's up? That's still weird, man.
Yeah, I'm still working on the intro a little bit. We got special guests in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
And my name is Diversity out of San Antonio, Texas. One of the representatives as far as artists go. And I'm very glad to be here. I'm glad for the invite. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, glad to hear you. Have you stop by. You got a new project that came out, right?
Yes, sir.
Go talk a little bit about it.
Okay, so during the quarantine, everybody was either chilling and being bored or trying to be productive with what they had. And recently I linked up with the group and we created it. It's called AAG, right?
Yeah.
It's Stilo Jordan, E Twist, and me.
Okay.
Right. And during the quarantine, at first, it was me and Steeler that were really locked in. And we're like, man, let's just do a project. We hadn't even done a song together yet.
Okay.
So our first song was basically setting up for the project. And the chemistry was there. And we all had kind of like the same mindset. So we just were like, man, let's just do it. Let's just do a little EP. And then we got to have Twist on there. But Twist was working on his too. So we're like, well, let's get them on the first song. Let's start it off with that. And that first song was that Witching Hour.
Okay.
And before that, we started off pretty much with the song Smoothing, the one that you were playing.
Mm-hmm.
That one was just, it was the first song I dropped for the year. I dropped my first solo album last year in October. But it was kind of like a different sound. And this one was a little bit more advanced. So if you were to listen to that and listen to this, it sounds almost like a completely different artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed I was going to talk about. It's different vibe. It's really different, especially, I mean, from Smoothing to like Witching Hour. It's a different feel, different vibe. And I almost felt like, okay, like a whole different production on it too.
Yeah, for sure. So with me, it's not like, I don't want to say it like I haven't found my sound and I'm still trying to experiment. I just feel like I can do a lot as far as like I'm not afraid to try something new.
Yeah.
And I don't want to ever be limited. And that's kind of where I had came up with the name Diversity, because it's like, it's me. I'm still me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like, well, that's a pop song. I'll do it. I'll try it. And I let the people tell me they don't like it. And then from there, I'll just keep doing whatever. So you really wouldn't know what to expect when you hear me on the song. It's kind of what I want to give off, really.
Yeah. It's pretty dope. So basically, we're gonna go through your music a little bit, talk a little bit about it throughout the show, get an idea of where everything comes from. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But yeah, happy to have you on the show.
Definitely appreciate it.
But yeah, before we get started, I'd like to say rest in peace to George Floyd. I think it was terrible how he was killed. But just want to go and shout that out. I know a lot of people are protesting, showing their feelings, and I think however you want to do it. At this point, I don't really judge them.
Yeah, it's a really sensitive topic, and it's like everybody's got their opinion, and you don't want to offend people, but you don't want to not speak up on it at the same time.
Yeah. And then, I'm seeing a lot of people talking about the whole take the Martin Luther King route and stuff, but to me, it's like we kneeled and you told us to do it a different way. Now we're getting a little louder. So you're telling us go back to kneeling,
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to everybody that's, voicing their frustrations. I don't really have a problem with how they're doing it. They're expressing it the best way they can,
Yeah, I appreciate when someone can have a strong opinion, honestly.
Yeah.
It just, I feel like it's scary because of what results will happen if they're not the results that we're aiming for.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of times a lot worse can come before the good.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope we can skip towards where we're aiming for versus what could happen in between, honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Facts. But yeah, switching up the mood a little bit. Lil Yachty dropped his album, Lil Boat 3. Did you listen to it?
Nah,
Okay.
I didn't even know that dropped. I mean, I didn't know. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
I saw the name. I skimmed through it quickly. I'm not going to jump on any of his drops.
Okay, so I listened to a little bit of it. I got to like the first three songs. Then I started skipping to the features, and the album was trash. Like I couldn't finish it.
What did you expect?
I thought it was gonna be a different sound. Like
Why?
Because I read the little description. Do you read those? because it
He
said
finessed you what he wrote or what?
it said Little Yachty is no longer dyeing his hair red. He went straight black or whatever, black hair. I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna get like a different
He
sound.
changed the appearance. That's it.
He finessed me. It wasn't good. Yeah.
I've never like really dived into his music, and then was it 2 years ago? I was at a festival and he was performing, and it was probably one of the worst
Is
performances
he good?
of the
He's
night.
not good live.
The best thing about his performance was it was all visual effects,
Okay.
but the way he sounded was
surprising,
so bad. So I was like, nah, like
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not even gonna attract me to listen to any future music, and I haven't really
Damn.
dived into him.
Was he trying to like perform live with autotune?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he sounds terrible with autotune though. Even
Yeah.
like on a song, a regular song, you know?
Yeah.
I just never really been a fan of Lil Yachty. And it's crazy because he has some good features on there. He got Future, Drake, all them, but it doesn't really help his song, you know? It doesn't really make me want to add
That's
any to my
bad
playlist.
when you get that Drake stimulus package and,
And
it didn't
and
help.
it's not good.
For real.
Like you got Drake on there, it still didn't hit.
like I need another 1,200 or something. Like, bro, that stimulus was a dud. But yeah, it wasn't good.
That's like, I hate those songs. It's like a wasted feature. I'm like,
Yeah.
like you could have been doing something else.
Like you could tell Future, he really tried to give him like a
Yeah.
good like feature.
I think Future would mix with him well though. I think they would like.
You would
collaborate
think
well.
so,
Yeah,
right?
but-
You could-
I would
it's-
think so.
You would think it's like Yachty was on New York time and he emailed it to Future, who's in California. Like they had no like meshing. It didn't sound good at all.
Was he like spitting, or is he doing his whole?
Who Future?
No,
Yachty?
Yachty.
No, he's doing that auto-tune thing still. Nothing sounds good.
like cold like Minnesota autotune,
Yeah,
or like
it's not good.
I just don't know why he expected something else.
They told me he wasn't dyeing his hair red no more.
What's that to do with the music?
I thought he was changing. Like
Is
Adele got
he-
skinny.
It's because
you want a dope Adele song, right?
right? Man, hey man, I know I'm waiting for that next Adele album.
You see,
Adele?
She went through a divorce. That album's gonna hit.
she dropped 200 pounds. Like you know something's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
I guess I expected too much.
I heard him on a couple features like within the last like 2 years.
Yeah.
and he kind of like I remember thinking like, wow, he killed that. I don't
Yeah.
remember what it was.
That's crazy.
Remember, features only a little bit of him, like
Yeah.
not a lot,
Yeah, you can't control the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
a little bit. You know, sometimes they can do 30 seconds, but they can't do a full hour.
Yeah. So I definitely,
True,
if you haven't
true.
heard it, I definitely would suggest you just don't hear it. But
That wasn't even on the list. Was it on the list?
yes, it was literally on the list.
Bro, that's how bad I skipped it.
It even said, "Is Yachty done?"
Yeah.
I guess Yachty's done. But yeah, and then we got your EP. So it's how many songs? It's like a short, right? It's like 5 or 6 songs.
Yeah,
on
real
Yeah.
short.
there? Yeah.
Because he knew he was back doing with his project also.
Okay.
So we didn't want to do a lot, and it was actually a little bit longer, and it was more than 5. So we each had solos on there,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then he was like, "Man, you know what? Let's make it feel like it's more like yours because I know I'm already back doing
Yeah.
this." And whenever you listen to it, I feel like we go back and forth. So
Yeah.
the chemistry, I love it, and it's a really different project. So on top of me saying like I tried a lot of different stuff, it was different for both of us.
Yeah.
Like every song is completely like left field in some kind of way.
And I like that. And I like the way, like you said, you went back and forth because to me, those are the best type of like collaborations where it's not just one verse, and that's like the whole template for the whole album. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I like it going back and forth. And then you said it was what, 6 songs? Did you want to do more, or did you feel like that got through what you want to do, like type of message or the type of what you want to put out? You felt like that was enough and you did what y'all wanted to do together?
I think the other songs that we kind of were leaning towards were gonna be more like pop, like
Mm.
not pop like pop, but like something that you would hear at like, I don't know, like anywhere, you know, like
Yeah.
something you could play
Yeah.
for a child type deal. Like we
Okay.
weren't gonna like not curse and be like rated G type deal,
Yeah.
but it was definitely gonna be like some top 40 type music.
Okay.
I'd say
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah. One of the things I liked about this album was I like the beat selection that you had on there.
Yeah.
And then you weren't like aggressively rapping, but I got like that aggressive like vibe from it, you know?
Yeah.
And I like that. It was pretty good. Like even though you're saying you weren't it was like different songs or whatnot, it
Mhm.
still had an overall cohesion to it, you know.
Yeah.
And
It
I like
didn't
that.
feel incomplete.
Yeah,
You know, it felt like a completed project.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to feel like you're about to read a book or you're about to do a book report and you don't want to read it, so you read the chapters and try to guess what it's about.
Yeah.
So just
and
Got the
then
short notes.
I heard Smoothing after I listened to the EP, and it's definitely different. It's like the opposite of whatever I just heard.
yeah.
So that was pretty cool. It shows like your diversity, like you were saying.
Yeah. Also,
Um,
Flight, like that one too was different than the album
Yeah.
because it came up after I finished the album. Then it popped up and played. I was like, I know it was the same dude, but it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah. Did it feel like you were listening to the same person, or did it just feel like a whole different person came on?
It felt like the same person, but probably because I was listening to you the whole time.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
like I got the same vibe. But if I listened to like Growing Pains first, and then a couple days later listen to Flight, probably could have got like a whole different person out of it, like a whole different vibe on that.
That's cool. Whenever y'all listen to music, do y'all listen to like on the first listen, are you listening to the lyrics, the melody, or just feel the vibe?
I listen to everything on that. That's why I like this a lot, especially this week. It got me. It was really good to listen throughout the week and got me prepared for like Freddie Gibbs type because the beats and all that. Because
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs dropped Friday, so it was good in that kind of realm. That's what I like.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
That's what I like on it. But yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
On the collaboration, was it difficult to collab with the whole quarantine stuff, or were y'all still in the studio together? Did y'all send stuff back and forth, or were y'all together a lot?
We were pretty much together like 5 days out of the week, and we would meet up like maybe 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then get out at like 2 to 5 in the morning.
Um,
And because we worked on a lot. There's a lot of work done.
yeah.
But as far as us working together for that project, that's what we kind of narrowed down. Kind of hit all the pinpoints. Really, is what we wanted to do for it.
Is this your first time doing an album with someone?
No. Back in the day, I used to only work with other people.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing it for a good while now, and the one I did last year was my first like album. Like if you look on YouTube, you'll see like mixtapes where you remember back in the day, mixtapes
Yeah.
just hop on people's beats.
Yeah.
Right.
I would love to do that now, just on because I'm not trying to charge people at this point for music. If
Yeah.
you want to listen, I would like it to be free. But now with all the copywriting,
Yeah.
and,
It's gotten stringent.
Yeah.
yes,
tightened up.
exactly.
And that's the thing with like streaming. Like it made music easier for us to listen to. We don't go buy the CD,
Right.
But also made it harder for artists to. A lot of stuff has to be original now, or you have to have everything signed off.
Yeah.
And official. You
Yeah,
have
like-
to do it right now.
Like you don't just drop it on like Daft Pip now and it's good. Like
yeah,
now it counts as streams. Like you still need to
Yeah.
have some type of approval on it.
Do you was it hard getting on Apple Music? Because you got a lot of projects and a lot of music on there.
no, honestly, everything's YouTube, so you'll learn
Okay.
anything from YouTube. But from how to set up with, say, your BMI or ASCAP, to knowing how to set up with whoever you're gonna use as a distributor, like all that stuff was foreign language to me a year ago.
Yeah.
Even the people who I was around that did it, I did not know anything about that, and
Okay.
giving credits and who gets paid for what, and splits. Even though you're doing it, people don't really mention that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is once you actually look for it, it really comes natural, and you're like, okay, that's important. I need to know that. And then you'll watch like 3 or 4 videos of people talking about it, and they all say the same thing.
Yeah.
So then it's like, okay, I got it.
Cool.
I say it all the time, man. I learned so much from YouTube.
It's basically a how-to.
It's a how-to,
How-to
man.
too.
Like for real, man. I learned so much from there. It's crazy.
Do you think y'all are gonna be a group?
Well, we are technically, yeah. It's all about growth, and it's us 3 mainly. And we got stuff in on the way right now. We weren't really shouting about it or really putting light on it, but we were really active all month, and we kind of planned it. On every Friday we release something.
Yeah.
So and usually as a group, you kind of put a little bit more, gap in between, but we're like, you know what, let's just flood it. And the quality, I don't know if you got through their projects yet.
Okay.
I got to Stilo's project because he dropped an album last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was we dropped mine was Smoothing first, and then they did a project, or I mean, and then one project was done, and then the second project was done, and every Friday we had something, and then this last Friday was Flight, which is a song that I it's more like a preview than an actual song, but it's gonna be officially up within the next few days, and it's gonna be on all streaming websites. That's featuring Eliza 1K. I don't know if you got to listen to her music yet or seen her perform yet. A lot of energy. She's making a good amount of noise right now too.
Nice.
Are you gonna have like an official group name?
All About Growth.
All About
AAG.
Growth. Okay, that's pretty dope. Okay, we are switching it up a little bit. We got Doja Cat, her racist fiasco. So she says she denies the stripping for white supremacists. I don't know if she was stripping, so I guess it's kind of a gray area.
She wasn't stripping. She was definitely showing her ass. But I was watching this video and they were like breaking it down.
Oh my
and
god!
they're like, because it was like one of those Instagram videos.
Yeah.
And they're like, she didn't show anything. So tell me if it's different, right? She's in a group chat, right?
Yeah.
But
the
they
little
were saying,
video of everybody talking.
yeah.
And stuff.
So they were saying, what is the difference of her doing it in the group chat than on the music video? It's nothing more or less than she does on her music videos.
Yeah.
Right.
But to me, it is worse because it's more personal. It's not like for like the music video. You're doing it for them in the chat.
Was
to
that
me,
recent though? Was it old?
I think it's old.
Yeah.
It's definitely like
It's
maybe
not like old
before
but
the number one record.
yeah, before
Right.
number one. You know,
Yeah.
now she knows she got to be
wasn't
caught
A-
in
she wasn't
there.
A-list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know if it's personal. I guess it didn't even seem like they were really paying attention to her doing that, though. You know,
Still a little sad. She showed me that as her just like,
Right. Yeah.
like put it away.
we talk.
Oh my god! But yeah, do you think she could come back from this?
That's what I asked you the same thing.
Like,
I think so.
I think she did bad business. Like, you don't promise us a nipple for
So-
a number one hit.
I was actually looking at Billboard today.
Mm-hmm.
She's still up there. She's still her song's still number 2 or number 3.
Up there.
Yeah. She's still getting streams. I mean, regardless of it, she has a fan base. Regardless of it, there's more people that know her name now than they did before. Now,
True.
it's gonna take a little bit of time, I think. Not a lot of time, but I mean, she's gonna come back from this. It's not like she's been in the game forever, so she's still relatively new. So I think that's easier for her to come back in it because of new.
I feel like, and I've been saying this for the last few years, I feel like in anything, if you're consistent, people forget.
Yeah.
Think
yeah.
of some of the lines that have been said, like Molly and the champagne.
Yeah.
That if that happened right now, you would think they would never come back. But if you
Yeah.
keep dropping other stuff, people forget.
That's true.
Hmm?
How you feel about the memes roasting her? I saw one. It was like a KKK meme. There was like she
Oh, yeah, I
belongs to
saw
the
that.
sheets.
Yeah. Did you see her actual video response?
Mm-hmm.
She's like,
She was
Was-
bitter.
yeah, like I'm like, this just tells me you did not actually write
Yeah.
that statement that came out, because your whole like demeanor on your video is completely different than the statement you put out.
Like, don't be mad. Be
Yeah.
better.
So,
Like, what are you
thanks for ruining
doing?
my like. I'm like, chill.
You the one doing bad deals. Like,
Yeah.
we got you number one. You owe us something.
Did you see her response, Terry? Like, not the actual, like the press release, but her response talking about it, like
The video.
about her being in the chat rooms, how she used to moderate and she would kick out people like that. And sometimes you can't control who joins the chat room, and then it is what it is. And she doesn't do it anymore, but she would kick people out that were like that and stuff like that.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't look like a big chat though. It was like what, 3
It was-
tiles?
Yeah,
I guess
3,
like
4 people,
9,
right?
like I saw like 9 was like 3x3.
Oh,
Mm.
3 by 3. That's a lot of people there.
Yeah,
I guess.
9,
That's
yeah.
basically 100. Like, I don't understand.
So,
doing
but she
some
said
funny
she
math.
would kick people out that would have that type of talk and all that. So I don't know,
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, I think she's gonna come back from it.
we'll see.
I don't really see, but she's gonna make a song out. She's gonna put in music videos and get some views. Come on, 6ix9ine came back. She's gonna come back.
Yeah,
Whenever she was talking, it was like she was more focused on, yeah, I didn't show my boobs. Like I
Yeah.
said, like it was like from the video I saw, it was like
Yeah.
80% that and 20% the thing that people are actually mad
yeah.
at.
I don't know. People just, I guess their perception of reality is a little weird. And then you got the new versus battle coming up. It's Kirk Franklin versus Fred
You going to church?
Hammond.
You going to
For
church?
real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're calling it the healing versus because of what everything that's been going on.
Yeah,
So they're trying to, like, I guess,
but
bring
this was
people
actually
together.
set up before,
That's
right?
good timing.
Yeah, I
Was
mean
it?
it was set up before.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
And they got TD Jakes. He's giving in like opening words, just like a legit Sunday
That's
service.
Sunday service, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's crazy because
it's on Sunday too instead of Saturday.
and I thought it was a good idea, you know.
Yeah.
And I was reading the comments, and a lot of people are like giving them backlash for it. They were talking about how they're just taking money and you need to stop praying and start doing stuff. It was weird. I was surprised by all
Who's
that.
taking money?
They're
What-
saying
what they
that I
do?
guess they're making money off of people by doing the versus battles or capitalizing.
It's on like IG Live. Like who's?
I don't know.
I mean, unless they're sponsored somewhere, I mean, there can't be that much revenue in it. It's on IG Live. Like
Yeah.
there's. I last time I saw versus battle, there wasn't an ad.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're making money somehow, but it can't be like the figure people think in their head.
like I don't even have a problem with it. I think it's gonna be interesting. I like
Yeah.
the differenceness of it. You know,
Yeah.
we don't really have a lot of versus battles between like
Yeah.
Christian music. You know,
And I don't even know why people are hating. Like these versus battles have been extremely popular in the time of quarantine, like to watch.
yeah,
Yeah, if you don't like it, don't watch it.
right.
Yeah, like
Wait till the next one.
Who do y'all got on here between them two?
Well, I feel like Kirk Franklin is more of a like everybody knows him.
Household name.
Yeah, I feel like so a lot of the songs that they might put out, I don't think a lot of people are gonna know
Yeah.
unless it's like a overall. Well, are they gonna have choirs in there and stuff? Are
They were
gonna
talking
try to-
about that, right? They're gonna have like
Kanye
one-
might loan them the choir.
I will go with Kirk Franklin. I think he's the DJ Khaled of gospel music right now. He don't really like perform on the songs. He's more of like the hype man ish.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you see the meme with that?
Uh-uh.
So I made a post and I was like, I literally said, Kirk Franklin's basically the DJ
Yeah.
Khaled of gospel music.
Yeah.
And I just said it and it went like viral.
Yeah.
I just said it.
Like, why has nobody thought about this? Like,
I would take Fred Hammond over Kurt Franklin. It's just to me it's just a different style a little bit.
yeah.
I think Fred Hammond's a little more traditional. Not all his songs.
Yeah.
I think Kurt Franklin is more of like the pop gospel.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That
You
makes
know,
sense.
And for me, I like the more of the church style.
That gives you like more soulful.
Yeah.
Do you think you could win a versus battle with no hits?
Are they gonna actually have a winner?
God, I don't
You
know.
both win.
Yeah.
They be
both
like,
win.
God wins.
God wins.
Yeah, true. Leave it up to the vote.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God know
That's
who's
a good
won.
point.
Because
That's a-
I was talking to somebody in a chat one time, and I forgot who it was that we were talking about. It was a versus, and they were like, "So you're just going off of Billboard hits?" So I'm like, if it's a versus,
Say it was me. Why you
I
doing
don't.
that?
I don't recall the.
You
fella.
know it was me. Just say it.
I don't
Call you
recall.
out. It's all right.
Like, can you really? You can't really. How are you gonna cheer for this person if you don't know what song that is?
Well, a lot of people think about the like the Ted Riley one. There's a lot of people watching that had no idea on some of those
Yeah.
songs.
Did he win?
So, but the one thing. So do
I
you
think
know?
mine
Do you
was
know?
biased. I was
So
biased.
do you know how it works?
How's it work, Roy?
You don't do like 20 songs versus 20 songs. It's that one song versus one song.
Okay.
So then you're
That's
gonna at
right.
the end you calculate who had the better song versus a song. So you have 10 songs. You're not doing like the overall catalog versus the overall catalog. It's each song versus each song.
So it's a battle. Like
Yeah.
It's a,
So
like
literally
card
it's
game,
it's
like-
also about the hits, but also how you set it up. Like you can go against one of their lesser known songs, and that's the time you chose to hit.
true.
You know,
But who's judging though? Like they should have made like
That's what I was
5
wondering.
judges.
the public.
Do they go off of the comments?
I don't even know. I know who wins when I watch it.
You better have your box
true.
ready.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, so I got my box. I'm like,
Release the bots.
employed.
But yeah, I would say you gotta have a hit for it to be popping. Like,
I think they should have did like name like 20 or 10 artists who are okay with it,
Yeah.
and then have the people vote. Hopefully not bots.
yeah,
And then they have like, all right,
Yeah.
here's 5, here's Ti, here's
Killer
and it-
Mike. or-
but
Yeah, like-
I mean,
Yeah.
but there was a lot of stuff to it because there was a lot of artists that were down to do it, but they didn't want any opponent. They wanted
What?
They only wanted to face like certain people.
because
'Cause
they
they-
were calling everybody out, right?
yeah, like
Yeah,
Busta
because they-
Rhymes is calling people out too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it's more like they wanted someone fair, or they think that's kind of their careers kind of like them, or someone that they can go after in the current so they can say, you know what, people say this guy's better, but I'm better after this versus battle.
I thought that's what's been happening for the most part anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, it would be really cool. Actually, there's like 20 and it's randomized, and you got, okay, this person or this person. You actually have like a tournament bracket.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if people took gaps, like example, could you put Wayne up against Drake? Is that fair? Because
Possibly.
there's such a gap of him not doing anything. So now you automatically go, Drake is better.
But he has so
Yeah.
much music. Though,
Drake would win.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
gotta-
that would be a good
You
one.
got to quote me on that, man.
That'd be a good versus.
I won't say that often.
Like Wayne has a lot of big hits though, and he has mixtapes.
Oh,
That's
Is
what I'm
he-
saying.
Is he using other beats? Like
That's what I'm saying. It's all about Lil Wayne, like what he
Damn.
picks,
I would
but it's
go-
about what he picks.
well, duh. Yeah, I know that.
So I mean,
is it
you don't
fair
know.
for him to use like upgrade you? Freestyle? Could he
Exactly.
do that?
He can use whatever he wants.
I think it'll be a closer.
I mean, you
battle.
had some verses where people are using like collabs where they just had a verse on it.
They were right.
Yeah.
and Drake has a lot more like emotional music versus like hardcore rap songs. So if you, I would probably, I don't know. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think Wayne versus Drake would be good.
And then it's like
Father
like
versus
example, if it's Hotline Bling, can you put that against Go DJ? Is that fair? Because
Right.
number wise,
Son or Mrs. Officer. I'd go Hotline Bling, but I don't know.
yeah. Because
It's
right
also
now,
there-
if
yeah.
it's on, which one would you listen to?
But also there's
probably go Hotline Bling.
like the generation too, because there was a lot of like talks with different type of versus battle with DMX, and a lot of like the younger folks automatically pick the other person. Now the older folks like, you don't know DMX catalog.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he has some hits, man. Like he has some stuff that bumps. Like you don't even know. He had a great 4-album run.
Yeah,
Like
true.
everything on those albums just hit.
He was like the face. Like,
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
be a rapper? You remember how 50 Cent was?
Yeah.
You wanna be
Yeah.
like 50?
The dude had
DMX was-
two platinum albums in 1 year.
And he hit it. And he was in movies.
Yeah.
He's like a little
Yeah.
Tupac.
I like that. I like his acting. On the
yeah,
Yeah.
I think he was bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very aggressive.
Yeah, true. When too many characters you can play around.
so
Yeah.
I actually played Today and There Was X,
Mhm.
the vinyl. And then, you know, when it like the intro, my dog just went crazy because he was like,
That's
what is
funny.
going on? Because all these dogs barking.
Yeah.
What is going on? I'm like,
Like
oh, I
he
didn't
was
expect that.
literally barking
Yeah.
on wax. Like
Yeah.
Not
nobody
just
was doing
ad-libs.
that. Yeah.
Who does that?
Growling and barking. Like DMX. That's crazy. Shout
That's
out
his
to
only
DMX.
friend, the dog, right?
Yeah. But yeah, before we switch to sports, you put out the single on the 1st of May, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you had your EP.
Mhm.
Did you do that like on purpose, or was there like I have a new music or new song, I just want to drop that?
Honestly, and I wasn't gonna really announce, but I was going to drop a song every week. And remember, did you hear how like Russ did something like that?
I don't listen to Russ.
I mean,
I know Kanye.
kind of.
I know Kanye did it with Good Friday.
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah.
kind of like that. I was going to do one like for the rest of the year, and
That's
just
a
kinda
lot of
line 'em
work.
up. And it is. And I was like, I just feel like some of the things that we have together and just quality wise, it wasn't going to be rushed work. It was going to be real quality. But I was like, you know what? Let me take a step back and just give a quality, because their projects are so solid. They're well rounded. They're some of the best music I've ever heard from San Antonio. And I'm not hyping like
Right.
people up, like in general. If you listen to the cadences, if you listen to what they're saying, the punchlines, like everything. And I'm like, man, well, if y'all doing this and I'm just doing singles, yeah, it'll make noise, but like I can't promote a single that I like because I'm too busy putting out new singles.
Yeah.
And there's so many I had lined up. So I was like, you know what? Let me do this. We got this project coming right after this. And then y'all have they have theirs, and I'm on both of theirs.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? After Flight, I'm gonna kind of hone in and line something up. So it'll be right there with theirs too.
Are you planning to do like more pop or like just rap?
It'll be
whatever
more
comes?
well-rounded. Smoothing, I feel when you hear her smoothing, do you
Yeah.
feel like it's like more like just like that song, that kind of music that everybody's doing, or does it feel different?
Nah, it was a chill song. Like I didn't really hear you like following a trend or anything. It wasn't. It felt like it was authentic. You know, you can definitely tell when somebody puts out something just chasing the lane, like the
Yeah.
Caribbean vibe people were doing for a
Right,
while.
yeah.
But yeah, it didn't sound like you were pulling a sound or anything.
That's cool. It was just so different for me, and I was like, well, let me do this really different one first before I really go into it, and going forward, it'll have more of a circle sound of what I'm aiming for, and it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be really interesting. It's
Yeah.
gonna I want to have music that you can feel like it's a vibe, and then when you listen to the beat, it's like no, the beat's tight.
Yeah.
Then you listen to the words.
Yeah.
I put a lot of time in the lyrics, but I know that everybody doesn't like that.
It's
So-
like, yeah, some people like the beat versus just what you're saying and vice versa.
I think
Right.
that's true, and that's something that comes up with us a lot
Mhm.
because I'm a big lyrics person.
Yeah.
I grew up like a lot of my favorite albums are lyrical, and a lot of nowadays there's a lot of just you vibe. I mean, he said this before. Chris has said this before. I just vibe. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
I can't do that yet.
Yeah,
Like
really?
I'm not there yet. Like I can't do that yet.
I think like with so many different like people trying different things. So we talk about 6ix9ine a lot. I don't listen to 6ix9ine for his lyrics. I listen to it for his like aggressive tone and like the beats he uses.
Do you have
Um,
like him on your playlist before?
Did I? I don't think I did actually.
All I know is as soon as he drops, he's sharing it.
Yeah, I like the song, but like
I'm like, what do you
Or-
say? He's like, I don't know.
or even like X, like some of his songs I listen to just for the vibe, and then the other ones are lyrical. So he has that ability to like switch it up.
It's just
Um,
hard for me not to take in the lyrics.
How long did it take for you when mumble rap came out? Were you one of those people like fuck mumble rap? Like they're not saying nothing. Like how long did it take for you to either understand and appreciate, or just accept it because it's the wave?
It is what it is. I'm not a big fan of it. Now there's certain artists in it that I like
Mhm.
because I feel like they're the what was it we call like the next up from mumble rap where they have that vibe, but they're the way that they're actually rapping, you can understand them better.
Like a little baby.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
you can understand them better.
uh,
But when it comes to like just the overall what you think of mumble rap, I'm still not a fan of it. Like, and then like even what I've said before, like it's wasted beats. Like some of those beats hit,
yeah,
but it's just like
Dang.
I just can't do it yet.
like I can't get into it either. Like Lil Baby versus Da Baby. I like Da Baby because he puts out solid beats and he raps where I can understand what he's saying.
Mhm.
Like majority of the people that I talk to, they like Lil Baby because they say he's like spitting. But it's frustrating because I can't understand
I
him,
mean,
you
Makes
know?
I just
sense,
think he's
yeah.
literally spitting. Like I
He-
don't know.
he has that whiny voice to where it's hard for me to make it out. And then like Kodak, I still can't get into Kodak either for the same, well, not really the same reason, but he has like that
He
thick
does have a
accent.
whiny
Yeah.
voice too. though.
Yeah, I just can't get into it. So like me personally, I still don't have like a favorite mumble rapper. Do you consider 21 Savage a mumble rapper?
What's
He
he
mumbles.
doing? What's he doing?
He is definitely mumbling.
He mumbles a
but I
little
can
bit, right?
understand
Yeah.
everything you said.
Yeah.
He did that stuff before, like yeah, he definitely mumbles, but you can understand him,
I
right?
fuck with
Yeah.
21.
I
I don't
like
know why.
21.
I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I fuck with 21.
Like 21's definitely there for me, but I don't consider him a mumble rapper. He's definitely like
But
understandable.
he's
to me
like
for
what we're
some
talking
reason.
about, like that next level up from mumble rap.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
not your like traditional conscious or like just a regular flow. He's like in between.
And
Yeah.
he'll throw like punches and he'll throw like bars in there to it.
Yeah.
Like the when I did start kind of being like, okay, like yeah, I just wanted to know you could rap,
Yeah.
and then every once in a while throw something in there. Like
Yeah.
how Gucci when he came back,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
he made sure y'all would think he was a lyricist, whether it was hard or not. Like
Mhm.
he wanted
He
you to
had
think
lines, like he
did.
had bars,
Yeah,
like
right.
regardless, yeah.
And it makes you if I know you can, then I'll be like, all right. Like I heard a couple lines from Kodak early on. And I was like, hey, he could rap. I mean, it's different, but he can
Yeah.
rap.
Yeah.
I-
I hate
Yeah.
when it's like one of those mumble rappers and their album's trash and then they get on a feature and they kill it. I'm like, where is this at? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
like
Like for me, 2 Chainz isn't a mumble rapper, but I get that all the time. Like he kills features, but for me, his projects aren't
but
that
leave
good.
2 Chainz alone, bro.
They just don't
Yeah, 2
like live
Chainz
up
is-
to me.
I
I
fuck
see
with
what
2
you-
Chainz,
Like
bro.
I want
I fuck with you.
the crazy reckless bars that he be giving people on his own projects, but I never really got that.
True Religion.
yeah.
I gotta replay it.
He was
Is that the one with
True-
the 2 Chainz on the album cover?
That's the
Or
one where he was like in the bathroom stall.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
gotta-
his mixtape. It was like what put
okay,
him
I gotta
on.
replay it then. Yeah, that's crazy.
Now he has put stuff out that wasn't great. I was disappointed in stuff he did with Wu-Tang. He put a mixtape out with them like 2-3 years ago.
2 Chainz?
He also did the one with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I was disappointed with that.
Yeah. More in Lil Wayne, but yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it just depends on the artist, I guess, more than anything.
Do you feel like? What about like? I don't like the ones I don't like to this day are the ones that will go and just make sound effects.
Mm,
Like I fuck with Thug,
Okay.
you know what I mean. Those are ad libs, but
Yeah.
there's some that in the verse, like in these 4 bars, I put,
yeah.
and it's like, first off, that's Thug, you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
If he's doing it.
Yeah.
It's a part of his.
It's definitely Thug.
Like it's music for him. He's like a visionary in a lot of ways, whether a lot of people see it or not, because all these people that are doing it are kind of following him. But
Yeah.
there's people that are like, yeah, and it's like, bro, there's been 4 bars.
Yeah.
That
Which
I
is
can't
it?
get with.
Like Young Thug grew on me. Like I didn't like him for a long time, but I think he's starting to also find what he's good at and honing in his sound.
Yeah.
I think that R&B rap type tempos that he does are like my favorite songs from him.
Yeah, I like that too.
But yeah, shout out to Thug, man. That little whiny thing, it's underrated.
Man, I saw, and it kind of made me like, it's one of the parts of it made me be like, okay, that's why. Like I heard a couple features from him. Did you ever hear that song "Fell in Blood"?
Mm.
I don't know if this was called, but the hook is like, fell in love. Bottom of my shoes look like I stepped in blood. Like, you had to listen to
Yeah.
it. That's the first song I ever heard from him, and it was a feature with him and Gucci and
Oh wow.
I forgot who else was on it. But it was so different.
Yeah.
And it's rare that I'll hear somebody really go just hunt him, and I couldn't find no music from him back then.
Was it Young Thug?
It was Young
Okay.
Thug. This is a long time ago.
Okay. I gotta
Way
find it.
before Stoner, like probably like good couple years.
Well, that makes sense then with Gucci then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was another one like that too, but it was so different. I was like, man, who is this?
Yeah.
Why is he rapping like that? And later on, when he started really doing the extra crazy stuff, and when mumble rap was out,
Yeah.
I saw a video and it was like an old white professor, and he was explaining like how language works. And he's like, I'll tell you why you guys like Young Thug.
Yeah.
And basically what he said was like, say if I'm like, man, I got these keys in my hands and I picked them up, I'll rap like that. Man, I got these keys in my hands and I picked them up, and it's almost aggressive. It's like I'm saying it, you gotta hear me, because that's how
Yeah.
rap was. You gotta know what I'm saying.
Right.
But he'll say it like, man, I got these keys in my hands and I picked them up. That's how we talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with his accent, you can't understand him. So instead of you being like, what is he saying? He's mumbling. It makes you pay more attention to try to understand. And when you can pick it up, it's like, man, he's got perfect delivery, but he's really just rapping like how he talks.
And you got professors breaking down his bars and
Yeah.
everything.
Crazy. And I was like, damn, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like I don't think. Yeah, definitely. Young Thug is a pioneer.
He is. And that's one thing that I do that I mean we do here, a lot of people don't, is even though we're not a fan of it, like I appreciate what it's doing. Because everyone's all, well, it's changing the game. That's what it did. I mean, that 90s changed from what it was from the 80s.
Right.
You know, and I got, my favorite part of hip hop, so it has to evolve to something,
Yeah.
It has to,
Eventually, yeah.
and it's still there. You still have the roots and all that, but I mean, you can't tell me the mid 2000s is the same thing as the 90s, you
Yeah.
know,
Right.
So it has to evolve somewhere.
Yeah.
True. And it's, what do you think is gonna go next? Because it got dumber and dumber, and by dumber I mean like no effort put in.
Yeah.
And then now it's starting to
don't know.
kind of,
To me, I like some of the young people in it, like Jaden Smith, YBN Corday, like, they're bringing some of the good stuff. They're really like the modern conscience of it,
Yeah.
and I like that.
the truth.
Even JID, he's not as young as them, but man, I fuck with JID. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, he's cool.
I don't like him.
run 51, come, bro.
Really?
Like,
You-
come
You
on,
know
man.
Reminds you-
that
reminds you-
compilation album?
Yeah.
I didn't like it. It was like, bro, is he?
It was
is he
all
like,
JID.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it was.
all JID. Like,
Yeah.
is he
They're
Suge
like-
Knight?
It was no,
Why?
it was like a group project, and he turned in the work.
I'm like JID
Pretty much.
again. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like his voice. I don't like him. Anderson .Paak. You like Anderson .Paak?
I like Anderson.
Um,
Musically, he's great.
Right.
He's garage rap to me. Like just making a lot of noise. I just can't get into him.
It's not noise, bro. He plays the drums. Like, what do you mean? It's just
I-
noise.
Was he on Lil Dicky's show?
Show.
I think he
Oh,
was,
yeah.
I think he was on Dave.
Yeah,
Like,
he was.
playing-
He
playing
was
the
on
drums
Dave
too.
because he was
In the studio,
someone came at him or something. He was in the studio or something. Wasn't
playing the drums. I'm like, this is where
Like
he
real
makes
quick.
it. Yeah, it was like a little snippet.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
like
okay.
a Young Thug
Yeah.
snippet, a
Okay.
little bit. Yeah, I don't like his music.
bro? It's annoying me saying he's playing noise. It's the drums. It's
It's
an
just-
instrument. Like you need it. All beats have it. What are you talking about?
You know how
It's just a live set. You're not used to that.
you know how bands like when you're like in your teenage years, you make a band, you go in your mom's garage, you start making all this noise.
Yeah.
That's what I get when I
you
hear.
act like
Anderson
he's not
.Paak.
good playing. Like,
He's not to me.
he's a good drummer. What are you talking about?
Nah.
I don't know. I never thought about it. Okay, I listened to his. I don't know his last project, but I think it was his last project.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, man, you know what? I fuck with this, but I didn't put anything on a playlist, so I don't know how much I did fuck with it.
It's a type of like jazz hip hop to me.
Mhm.
He also sounds like Kendrick a little bit.
I don't
So-
like his voice. I think that's what it
Exactly.
is. I think
It's a
his
bad.
voice.
It's a bad
I
Kendrick.
don't know, man.
I-
I
it's-
can't do that. I can't do that to him. Like I'm not the biggest fan. Anderson .Paak fan.
Oh,
Like there's projects that he puts out I don't like.
Yeah.
But I respect what he's doing, and he does have some good songs.
I think if his voice was like smoother, I probably because it's
Yeah,
jazz. His
talk
voice
regular.
is everything
Yeah.
against jazz.
Pick
I
up
feel
your
like.
keys regularly. Yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, if his voice was smoother, I think he'll be too much like Mac Miller. Because
I don't
Mac
think
Miller's
so.
a jazz hip hop. Like
But
the
he's-
type of beats he picked was
he's not
jazz hip
gonna
hop.
sound like Mac Miller though.
No, flow wise, cadence wise.
can
If he was
sing, right?
smoother,
He can
don't
sing.
think
yeah,
so.
he sing.
I don't think he would remind me of Mac Miller though.
Yeah. If he slowed down his cadence and made it smoother,
His
that's
music,
Mac Miller's
his
style.
music don't even remind me of Mac Miller. Like the beat selection he chooses.
But how's he gonna slow it down with those beats? He's not. He's
What?
gonna have to change it up.
I don't know.
I feel like he's pop.
He's-
I feel pop when I hear him, but I didn't feel pop when I hear Mac Miller.
right.
So I don't know if I would say it would
I don't
be
know.
so
No,
much like
but
him.
no, if he does what you were saying, if he slows it down a little bit, his style
Oh,
would
okay.
sound more like Mac.
Maybe. I don't know.
Man, that's a good point.
But yeah.
It's not noise, bro. Just say
Him
say
and
it's
JID,
drumming.
they're on an island. I don't like
Who?
them. Him and JID.
But one thing that they have for them, exactly what you said. On any feature, on anything, even if you don't like his music, you know it's them, right? They're
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
They got that.
Like,
That's
who
true.
else-
Hey, you need a
who
lane.
else-
You need a
who
lane.
else
Yeah.
in here sounds like Pac or even JID, like that tone? Who sounds like him?
Vocal
Nobody.
wise?
Yeah.
Kendrick.
The way he sounds that pitchy.
I get Kendrick when he.
Uh,
That's
when
all
he's
I get
singing?
from him.
When he's singing,
Yeah.
I've heard him yell more than sing. I
But-
think.
Montgomery, when he's-
I just
you-
picture
you
him
know-
smiling, going,
yeah.
hey,
But
his
you-
voice is just.
But you know JID when you hear him. You know him.
but
You know
he-
when it's him.
Maybe.
Even though you say he sounds like Kendrick, you know
I
the
do
difference
think he
between
feel
them.
Mm,
You know the difference between them. You
I'm
tell me
gonna
if-
still check the
tell
feature.
you tell me if I play a song, you might think it's Kendrick and it's JID.
Depending on how they're doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check
You
the
need a
feature.
better ear then,
I'm
bro.
like,
Like, damn.
Who is this?
I do feel like he sounds like older Kendrick.
Yeah,
But Kendrick, I don't like what has he done lately that
Yeah.
would you would want to compare to now, other
Yeah.
than the older stuff.
True.
yeah. He doesn't really have a "What Have You Done for Me Lately" album or anything.
Nah, he doesn't.
And I'm sure he's working on stuff. That's another thing
That's
too.
been an excuse for years. He's
Right.
working on something.
That's
yeah.
hard though. Like you put out all these great projects.
To top it,
What else? What other direction can you go?
We're not talking about like a new direction. Just give us new content.
But you know he's gonna try to do something different because his albums don't really
So-
like sound the same.
So it's fine with him releasing once every blue moon.
Justin Timberlake did it.
But he was acting. What is he
Okay.
doing in between?
Okay,
What is
he's
he doing
looking
in
for
between?
inspiration.
right? Quarantine's not enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would think
At
a
least
lot
Justin
more,
was acting.
right. You would think a lot of people would have dropped more during the quarantine. Like
I've
That-
been
that
saying
whole-
this
I'm
since
really
it started.
Confused by that. Yeah,
I've
Yeah.
been saying this since it started. I'm like, after this is over, I better get hella albums, hella EPs come out.
yeah.
No, everyone just pushed it back.
it's
They,
weird, right?
they all
Yeah.
just chilling.
They're all just chilling.
I did have, and I know you're gonna switch the topic, but I feel like y'all would have a good answer on it. If you had to do like a battle against Slaughterhouse, who would you put up?
Slaughterhouse.
With Joe,
We talked about
with
that,
Joe,
right?
with Joe.
Everybody.
They might battle themselves with
Right.
Joe.
Are you counting Eminem in there? Because I don't know if he was really
no,
in
he's not part of
Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse.
No, you could use him.
Nah.
You could use him.
He's like the P Diddy of Slaughterhouse. He's not doing anything.
P Diddy.
Yeah.
Okay, he's like the Dr. Dre, maybe.
No, excluding him because he's not part of.
I
the group.
guess I
he's not. He's
yeah.
not one of the four.
closest I could say is maybe. Are you Wu Tang or TDE? It'd probably be either or.
But TDE is not. It's a.
Wow, you could
'Cause
put
it's a
individuals.
label.
Like you could say, like I would say King Los.
King
I
Los is
think
cool.
he could. I think he
Yeah.
could hang with some.
I mean, if you're talking about
like you could
Slaughterhouse.
are you saying
pick up-
like
I mean, first of
Slaughterhouse
all-
versus people, or just who would you put in Slaughterhouse?
like pick
just
a
a-
game. I want him.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. How many people are in Slaughterhouse?
4.
4.
Yeah,
Really? I
you
thought it
have
was more than that.
Joe. You have Joel.
You got Joe.
Crooked
You
Ashley.
have Crook. and you have Royce the 5'9".
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Okay.
First of all, Royce can take out a lot of people by
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah. So I probably go Kendrick. I probably
I
go.
don't think they can do it.
I probably
Kendrick
go
can do it.
Los.
They got to be kind of aggressive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lowe's is it depends on
'Cause you're
which
thinking
one shows
lyrical
up.
rappers too.
Yeah, but it
That's
depends on which
hard.
Lowe's shows up. Because you can have a King Lowe's shows up that's just like mellow. They ain't gonna do it.
Los is like.
Well, I mean, he would definitely come
Yeah.
prepared though.
Yeah.
Los
He
is
would
vintage
come prepared.
Papoose. Like he's very lyrical. And then I don't know.
I don't
Like
know.
because you're thinking lyrical. That's tough.
Do you think Tory could go there?
Tory Lanez.
I think Black Thought can do it.
Tory Lanez more
Black
rapidy
Thought-
rap to
Black
me.
Thought can go
Black
against
Thought could do
Royce.
it.
I think that. Yeah, Black Thought, like how lyrical he is, he can go against.
So
him.
was that 3?
Think of somebody you heard and you was like, "This is the best rapper ever."
That's-
like who
yeah,
who
that-
have you?
That's
I've been saying this for a while.
ah.
Like Slaughterhouse is one of the biggest groups that never was. Like they had so much potential.
Yeah.
Like I still listen to House Rules
Yeah, I don't
every
go to
now and
fourth.
then.
I don't go to 4th.
It's tough.
It's
'cause-
hard to find lyrical rappers these days.
Well,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are trying to be successful in the world, and you can't be in the lyrical rapper.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Like there's not too many
I-
that's like that.
I
that we know.
can't put Big Sean in there because he's more punchliney. He's
Right.
not really like battle rap type.
I
you
think
know?
I think if you paired up Big Sean, because it is a group like Black Thought and Big Sean, I think they'll pair well because you have that lyrical and then you have Big Sean coming in with the punchlines. That would be
He's not
dope.
really aggressive.
Yeah,
Huh?
I can't.
No,
I
but
feel
that's
like
why
he-
you have Black Thought in there. You
True.
you know
And like
it's a
he-
group.
I could see him
It's a
going
group.
hard and
Yeah.
making people
Like,
be surprised.
uh,
Like, that
He-
makes
like Joe isn't really his lyrics aren't really that aggressive. He just sounds aggressive because
sense.
his tone is
voice,
his tone.
yeah,
you
it's
know.
more of his voice. Yeah,
Everything he says, you think it's aggressive,
Like,
then you listen to it
I
like,
saw-
oh no.
I saw his battle with the one dude, and he
What
was
you're talking about the actual like
yeah the battle.
rap battle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was like he was forcing us to like his punchlines.
You got murdered.
I was like, bro, this is
Yeah, he
terrible.
did. I couldn't watch the whole thing.
yeah.
I was like, oh no,
But he just, but again, it's like his tone carries a lot.
yeah.
'Cause
Maybe
he had-
Pusha
yeah.
T. Maybe Pusha T.
I mean, it's not if it's a battle about drugs.
Yeah, I feel like
What you good at, dude?
Tablin.
Like you still owe me for my eighth. Like what is he gonna say?
Like he probably hit up IRS. This man don't even pay his taxes. Like Pusha T probably got a lot on people.
he would get some info.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a
He would,
freaking
yeah, bro.
detective.
It'll be kind of easy between that group because they, they're not big fans of each other.
I don't know.
Man, do you think Drake will battle?
No,
Remember they was talking about it.
nah.
Nah.
No,
No.
no, no,
Not like
no.
Drake
them.
knows.
Not like
Drake
them.
knows what to do.
No. But
They just say
yeah,
that top 40.
yeah, no.
True.
But yeah, that'll be interesting. I gotta think about that. That lets me realize like I don't really have a lot of like lyrical rappers that are out right now.
Think of who killed like the freestyles like on the radio shows.
Lil Dicky, but it was more punchlines.
That he didn't kill it.
He did.
No, but not for the style we're looking at.
Exactly. He's
It
not
was-
really
yeah.
more of like a battle route.
Do you think he could?
No.
Like if he turned,
You
you know what,
maybe.
make fun of somebody.
Yeah, maybe.
He probably could. Now I think
Yeah.
about it. Like if he
If he's not just aggressive, if he's
I don't know what Joe
8
Villa.
Mile in him, maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
like
He could clown people.
The
Yeah.
older Logic, like when
Oh.
like the young Sinatra stuff.
Logic was never really a punchline rapper to me though.
No, but the older stuff, the bars he was playing, like the young Sinatra, the Growing Pains, the what's it called, the Dead Presidents, like that Logic. That Logic could have gone against him.
Nah,
I don't know if he would win, but it would be a battle.
maybe.
Damn. I feel like we're missing somebody who would
Yeah.
just be like, oh, them, definitely.
I don't know. It'll probably come to me.
Yeah, not too many lyrical out there.
No. But yeah, switching up to sports real quick. So we got the Idols book Become Rivals section. Mike Tyson is agreeing to fight Tyson Fury. Who do you think wins?
Tyson
Now?
Fury, like
You're really
yeah, Tyson Fury, like
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
don't, that's not even a question.
I don't-
Like
I would
It
want to
is-
automatically say
I mean,
Tyson Fury, but
it's,
I mean,
it's not a real match.
Yeah, I don't think there's
It's
a
with-
winner in here. Like
yeah.
if you beat up old Mike Tyson, is that really a win? You beating up like
Well, that's why it's not a real match. There's nothing on the record.
you beat up.
is it? They agreed, like it's happening for sure.
They agree, but I don't think they put it in like they haven't like
They
put
both
it
said they
on
would do
paper
it.
yet,
They
yeah.
both said they would do it.
it was like, yeah, I'll fight him.
I mean, Tyson. Tyson.
But I think we're thinking of like highlights from
I
way back
know.
when
We're
Tyson.
thinking,
No.
biting off ear Tyson.
Yeah, that's our hero Tyson, you know?
True. I mean,
I
you
was-
saw the clips. I know you saw the clips.
So Tyson Fury's like
Speaking of clips, you see the Holyfield clips?
with the mask.
People are like, we're in fear. What happened if he gets in the ring?
What happened? I didn't see his.
Bro,
I didn't see that.
it was bad. Like he was sparring, right? And he just couldn't do it. Like he
Oh.
just couldn't.
I've seen
Oh.
like just pictures of him. He doesn't look in shape.
No. So he was sparring, and the whole thing came out with him and Tyson.
Yeah,
Like all his fans, like, don't do it. Don't do it. You can't throw
Oh.
a
like
Damn.
Holyfield or Tyson. Who you got?
Now?
Yeah,
Tyson. I'm gonna have to say
I would definitely go
Tyson.
Tyson
Yeah.
too. Like, why would he fight him? He looked heavy. I think that's
I
it.
gotta see the recent. I remember seeing him like a couple years ago. And
Yeah.
He didn't look like somebody I'd be scared of.
Yeah,
I would let him hit me. I'm like, hit me to stomach, cool. I would not let Tyson hit me.
no,
It was like
he's still fast too. I saw his little snippets and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it'll be more interesting if he just fights Holyfield versus Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury's taller than him. He's a lot heavier than him.
What's the weight? What weight is Tyson at right now? Did they say?
I don't know, but he got to be like 40 pounds lighter than Tyson Fury. Like, ain't no
At
way.
least,
Yeah, gravity and weight. Like, I don't know.
Speed.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely go Tyson Fury though. And then you got rumblings of Conor McGregor and Anderson Silva fighting. They agreed as well, but it's not
You
in
think their age difference played a big role?
Boxing? Or-
nah, UFC.
I mean, Anderson was what 45, 46.
Anderson Silva's a dinosaur.
What's his legs like? What's his knees like?
I think he wears a brace.
Oh,
Don't
He
quote me.
needs one. He needs one just to sleep.
yeah, damn.
Anderson Silva is 45 years old.
And Connor's what 33, 32.
Connor is still active. Anderson Silva, I looked it up like the other day. His last win was like 2017, maybe.
Yeah.
He's lost
But Mr.
his
Anderson
last
Silva
two
hasn't said
fights.
anything.
Like, I would.
He just called him out. It's not like a
No, there was like a post or a story going around about like what if,
Yeah,
and then Connor replied to it like he screenshot. He said, "I would do this."
Oh, okay.
that's another fight to me where I'm like, are you really winning? Like, if you fight
It's a money
an old
fight.
guy,
It's for numbers.
that's like a Mayweather thing.
But
Picking,
you-
it's not
it's
gonna
for
be
numbers.
entertaining.
It's for numbers.
I mean, you need your knees to wrestle. So I mean, unless he's completely healed, if he never had that knee fucking snap in half, then yeah, I think he would still be able to win because I don't care.
against Connor.
I think so. I think you take him down. What's his ground like?
Connor's been practicing, but we haven't really
Yeah.
seen his it in the ring
You can't
yet.
take out humbled Connor like this.
Yeah, I think Connor would get him though. Damn,
He's been focusing too.
yeah,
Yeah.
he just won his last fight. Like, nah, I don't think Anderson Silva can win.
It's 45.
45, freaking old Shaq. That's crazy. Nah,
Was the Suns or were the Celtics yet?
yeah, nah.
Damn. In their primes, right? Who do you
That's a
think
different
would've-
I think Silva in his prime.
Definitely.
I still
Wolf-
go- I still
Wolf
go
get
Connor.
boxed.
Really?
Knockout. I think he'd catch him.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
That reach?
I believe in Connor's.
Well, Connor has
hands,
long arms too,
and he's quick, and it looks like he just taps you too.
but he's kind of you can read him pretty.
Yeah.
Connor,
feel
I think he reads people pretty well too.
Silva was a
guys.
bad man.
He
like-
was. He was my favorite before Jones came out.
Yeah, a lot of people like Jones. Cocaine likes Jones.
Yeah, too much. Too
Drug
much.
test like him too, bro.
They got a nice relationship.
He's like, I'm always randomly selectable
Yeah.
because you always come out positive.
Yeah, PED's the old lady. Like, yeah, I don't know. But
he hit and ran somebody. Baby in the back.
yeah, only thing can stop Jones is Jones, I guess. And
Yeah.
then LeBron is ranked first on First Take's Prime list. Did you see the list?
Now
They had
the it's prime as in who's active or
Mhm.
like
yeah, primetime player list.
Like who's on right now? Like
Yeah.
who's playing?
They had KD on there too. So I think they're taking into account
Not
last
active?
season,
not active?
like the last 2 seasons maybe.
Is it stats of who like their career or is it like recent? Like
I think they're going by recent because Giannis was on there. And you can't really compare if it's
It
like
could be
all
like
time, you
it
know?
could be it can be their career, but they have to be active.
I don't know what they were basing it off of, but
You have to have. I mean, LeBron, Giannis.
I do think it is going to be like, I think it's more active players than anything.
Was Giannis high on the list? Because I mean, he
Damn, what
Giannis
was
had
it?
to been
got stats, but
Giannis had to been number 2.
No, I
of
think
his whole career.
Giannis was maybe top 5. I think Kawhi was ranked higher than him.
Okay,
Makes sense.
I'll be okay
His
with that.
career,
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So yeah, Giannis was number 2, KD was 3, Kawhi was higher, was 4, and then Steph was 5.
If you switch KD and Kawhi, I'm good with that. Like LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi.
Would you say
Kevin
you
and-
switch Kawhi with KD?
I'll switch Kawhi with KD.
Why?
Just because the teams that Kevin Durant's been on. I think Giannis does more with less.
Wait,
Like-
you say Giannis and KD?
I'm sorry,
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
I think, say
I
Kawhi,
think
right?
Like Kawhi and
yeah, okay,
Kawhi.
Kawhi. I say Kawhi has bigger clutch moments in his career right now
And KD?
with championships and all that on different teams. And
I think KD was the reason why they got their championships, though.
I think I don't.
but KD still had a better supporting cast.
I think he's a big
But they're
reason
going
why
off
they
of
get
players. Yeah.
But I mean, the type of player you are does. I mean, the people around you does affect what type of player you are. You can't say it doesn't.
So Steph is not 5 then because of
Yeah,
this?
no,
this
Steph is 5. I'll leave everyone on there, but I'll just switch KD and Kawhi.
If you were to switch some of the people around and put, say, Kawhi in LeBron's position, it's hard now. Now maybe, but back then, would he have stepped up and been able to take them the same way?
It's hard.
and other
It's
people.
hard thinking about that because you think of, I don't know what they're looking at. If I'm thinking about his career, like I can't put
Exactly.
anyone above him.
Yeah.
I'll say who's more clutch.
Damn, Jose, you been quiet lately.
I know.
Thought you left. He's not even.
He's not
joking.
even listening.
I got you. No, I'm listening. Honestly, I would put Kawhi at 2. I would leave LeBron at 1 since no one has really done anything to knock him off yet. Beat him in the
That's true.
playoffs. And Giannis is 3. He's going to win back-to-back MVPs. He's going to win this year's MVP
I
probably.
forgot all about
and
the
then last year he
MVPs.
won MVP. So
And then you have
But
KD
Kawhi
and
locked
Steph
him up.
last.
yeah, KD's
Yeah,
hurt.
I'm good with
and
that.
Steph's the best point guard in the league. So
I'm good with that.
So they didn't say nothing except for, hey, the career, right? Now, say Iverson, he changed the game.
Yeah.
Curry changed the game.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Would that mean anything, or is that just got him to fit? Because without him changing the game,
I think they're just going off of active though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at him, like the type of player he is, to be on that list, that's pretty good.
and to be point guard.
Yeah,
But if we're talking 1-to-1 player, Curry is so much better than Allen Iverson. It's not even close anymore.
Yeah, true. And dangerous. He's,
Yeah.
he's
Who-
probably one of. They're all dangerous.
Yeah. Who do you take, Steph Curry or Harden?
In a pickup, like I'm making a
Like
team.
one on.
in a pickup
Sure.
game or what?
Sure, it's just you, 2-on-2, you versus somebody else, and you get to pick first.
Harden.
Either Steph or Harden.
Harden. He's going the lane a little bit.
All right, who's the better player? Let's make it easier.
Steph?
It's hard because I guess because are they gonna play the role or do I want them to take lead?
Like out of everything you've seen, who's the better player?
I was saying, a pickup game, Harden's gonna take role to let him go in the paint and do
All right,
his
just
thing.
player for player. Y'all making
You
it
know?
difficult.
Hey, we're going off what you said.
Player versus player. Who's a better player?
Steph.
Staff.
Wardell Curry.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm surprised everybody was unanimous. There's some people that are like arguing for Harden.
I mean, he almost averaged 40 points this season. He's very, very good. He just can't win when it comes to the big moments, unfortunately. Maybe he'll do it this year, though. Yeah, and no defense, of course.
No defense. And then we got the Hall of Fame induction being delayed because of the pandemic. So you got Kobe, Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan, and 5 others. It's been delayed till 2021. Do you think
He just pushed off those 5 others.
right? And it said and 5 others. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, 5 others it
Yeah,
is.
okay.
And they could
Maybe,
make room.
maybe they were role players. I
Put
don't
their
know.
initials, like at least.
Do you think that's gonna be a big difference between now and next year?
No.
So I
Those
don't-
are all.
Well, the season can't.
I mean, yeah.
they're talking about the seasons coming back. So
Like, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean by difference?
like, do you think this time next year we're gonna have people in the stands to where I'm assuming they're doing it because not a lot of people can be there to witness it, So do you think this time next year it'll
those
be?
are not even big events in the first place.
So that's my point. So why do you think do you think the delay is going to be any different than what it would have been now?
Well, I think right now because of the social distancing, you can't have that many people right now. That's the biggest thing. So
Mhm.
instead of saying, "Oh, we're gonna wait till it's over to pick up a date," we're just moving it to next year. It's the
And-
easiest thing to do.
And it's more of the players being there more than the fans. They
Yeah.
want players to be
Yeah.
there and all the old guys to
Yeah,
celebrate
because
everyone.
That makes
these Hall
sense.
of Fames, really, what it is,
That's
it's the
right.
players,
Yeah.
like the closest people to them, like their families and like coaches and stuff. That's
Oh, the
all.
coaches and-
That's all really it is.
Yeah.
It's
And-
not like a big stadium thing.
And people are holding on by a thread as it is.
Yeah.
Like Bill Russell's holding on by a thread,
Yeah.
and we can't risk that man's
Yeah.
health.
Yeah. Okay. That
Yeah.
that puts it more in perspective.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully next year things are cleared up. Outside is open.
When do you think? Side note, but same
Yeah.
conversation. When do you think things would be expected to be normal? Like when? Can,
I mean, there's
when-
talks for NBA July 31st.
with a crowd.
They haven't said anything.
I don't think it's gonna be a crowd. I think it's gonna be like
Probably not
Yeah.
that fast, right?
yeah.
It's
'Cause-
gonna be the thing where they go to Orlando and they
yeah,
play in
it's at
Disney, World. Yeah,
That's
they're-
every player's dream.
They
Yeah.
probably won't have fans till at least next year. Like maybe, and people are gonna push it too.
I just
so.
want to know what is this going to do for the CBA and all that, because per the CBA and all that, they have to have certain time off and all that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to play in July, are you going to start up in October? No, if it's July 31st, isn't that August basically?
Yeah.
Like, are you
Yeah.
going to start in October, September?
Yeah.
You gotta start on Christmas Day.
I mean, this changes it for like a couple years. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
So
mean?
it's
Like,
it's definitely
what's
gonna be
the
a
start
ripple.
time?
And how many of these athletes do you think are just chilling and not training?
Yeah.
Luka.
Luca
Bro,
is at a
Luka-
buffet
Like, Luca's
with
been
Zion.
like, he's been posting videos. He looks like worse than his rookie year right now.
Yeah.
Like, why you post them pictures, bro? Like,
Bruh. No, he's posting him chilling, like playing the game. He's 20, so he's posting himself like just
like on
playing
Xbox
Fortnite.
or
Like,
just,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, what is 20-year-old with millions? What he's doing? What is he doing?
I mean,
And,
Fucking up
and
in life.
Right.
there's other people out there like Jaylen Brown is leading a protest today right now too. So
Yeah.
there's
They got
diversity
other-
in the spectrum.
they got other things to do, I guess. They're a little more occupied. I wonder what Zion's doing.
Eating beignets.
Yeah.
You think Zion's gotten bigger?
Oh
Yeah.
man, I hope
He got
not.
bigger, bro.
Like, his metabolism is slow. Like, this is not good for him.
Zion's a bad weekend away from being fat.
Yeah. He's a little fluffy.
Damn, I don't know because if so, his knees are done.
Yeah.
Hey, we love Zion on this program though.
Yeah. Shout out to Zion. I think he's
Definitely.
a game changer.
We all think he's good. I don't know about love. You know?
Yeah. And then before we wrap up, the Joe Rogan podcast, they got signed to a $100 million deal with Spotify. They're trying to be what was it?
The YouTube podcast.
That's crazy.
100
100
million.
million. I saw the post. I didn't see nothing about 100 million.
100 million. And I respect Joe on this just because he said he sold out.
They signed in
He-
all the
he
Joes
said-
too.
He said, I sold out. He's like, you have to sell out to get what you want.
But like, what is his definition? He just sold his rights? Like, nothing's
so-
really going to change though, right?
Wait,
First of all, it's not going to be available on any other platforms,
not even YouTube.
not even YouTube.
Oh, wow.
So he said they're still going over like certain like fine print,
So it's
But-
probably not dying.
but the full videos will not be posted on YouTube. He knows that for sure.
You can do like
the-
a Vlad.
So the only thing
I'll
he
be
don't
right.
the only thing-
little baggies.
the only thing he doesn't know yet, or they're gonna figure out, is how long the clips can be, because he can still post clips, but he doesn't know how much of the clip. But he
so
says
it don't
for-
sound like it's ironed out.
He
then.
said for absolutely sure that the YouTube will no longer have full episodes.
That's weird. I wonder what Joe Budden's podcast deal is like, because he signed to them
Well,
too.
Joe Budden's not even top 10 when it comes to podcast net worth.
And he's still able to post on YouTube, which
Yeah.
is cool.
So, but no, because this was an exclusive deal. That's why it was so much.
Yeah.
So by the end of the year, it won't be on Apple. It won't be on anywhere else, which is gonna do a lot. And it's crazy because what it did for the Spotify stock, it rose
Yeah.
it up to like 1.6 billion.
Just because of Joe?
Hmm?
He has a lot of clout.
So I was looking at the earnings. His last year earnings was 30 million, right?
Yeah.
Second place for biggest earnings was 15. So that means he's by
Doubling,
himself. No
yeah.
one's close. He doubled from number one, number two. He's double. So no one comes close to him on earnings.
Yeah.
What made him so popular?
I think just
Like
time.
that.
First of that, time, and
So-
also his you can't put him in a box. Like if you look at his shows,
Mhm.
Everybody's on there.
everybody. So he's not like a genre. You know what? The funny thing is, he's labeled in comedy.
Huh?
That's the label.
Wasn't he? He was a comedian originally, right?
So
Yeah.
that's the label of his show. But there is only. I mean, he has
Scientists
doctors on there. He has
doc-
fighters on there. He has NBA players on there.
Conspiracy theorists. Like,
theorists.
he's well
Yeah,
rounded.
Elon Musk, like everybody
Yeah.
on there. So it's just to me that's what everyone likes about him is that he's not in a box. He literally does whatever he wants.
Yeah,
And he's opinionated. Like,
Yeah,
very.
he'll speak his mind.
yeah. He speaks his mind. And I like the way he cusses in there. He's like, I don't give a fuck. This is what I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or like he actually goes at it with his. He doesn't go at it with his guests, but he has healthy debates with his guests.
Yeah.
You know, he plays both sides. He doesn't just, even though you're my guest, I'm just gonna let you say what you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna respond to you.
and I don't really think. I think selling out sounds like a negative, but it's not like anything's changing at the end of the
Yeah.
day. You just
Well,
get
because a
Spotify.
lot of people came at him for the deal, because they're like, you're forcing everyone to do this and do this, and he's like, this is the next step for me. There's stuff I want to do,
Yeah,
and I need to do this to do stuff I want to do.
How long did they say he had? Is it just for his show? They own his show.
I actually
or-
haven't read that anywhere, so I'm assuming it's
got to be a long.
got to
time.
be a long
Like a
time.
10-year
for that.
deal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 for 10.
yeah. Hey, but Spotify is making moves when it comes to podcasts. They're not even top 10 for podcast broadcasts, or top 10 for advertisements, or top 10 for anything when it comes to podcasts.
Yeah.
So that means they're planning their future for something. So there's talk about them getting like the Tim Ferriss show too.
Mm.
That's another top 10 show.
You know, they're probably gonna end up doing like a Netflix, like just
For
on
podcasts.
podcast type.
Mhm.
You know, that would make sense.
Because it was real big when Joe signed exclusivity to them.
They don't have visuals, right?
No.
They might convert to video. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would. I mean, that would give YouTube a lot of rival,
Yeah,
because I mean, it would, because sometimes I prefer to watch it over listening to it.
Me
Yeah.
too,
It depends on
always.
the,
yeah. Because you
I-
see like their emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I have more time to watch something that's a couple hours compared to listen to something a couple hours, because I can only listen to things in certain like situations, driving and stuff.
yeah.
True.
But yeah, man, shout out to Joe.
Yeah, get that money, man. He's been in this for a long time. There's pictures of him when he first started.
Yeah,
It was him in a room with a regular table and like a cheap mic. That's where he first started.
How long ago though?
It was like 10 years.
Damn.
He did 10.
I
He
mean,
did 10.
10. He did 10.
Yeah, basically 10 million a year, and then he got it.
But yeah. And then for the podcast, we have a playlist that we're running. We're covering a lot of local artists. Definitely gonna add some of your music on there because it's pretty dope.
Yeah, we have some already on there. I think we
Yeah,
tagged you in
for
it.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate it.
But definitely check that out. And then where can people check us out at, Roy?
Spotify, YouTube, check us out there. And then when it comes to social media, we're everywhere: Facebook, IG, check us out there. And then where can people check out your music? What can we expect from you? When do we have some drops coming?
Man, I'm in some kind of way. I'm gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna make as much noise as possible. So this is really one of the first things I'm doing as far as media goes, other than actual music. And there's a lot of good stuff lined up. Mainly right now on Instagram. Catch me at Diversity is DIVERSID music. So Diversity Music. And you'll see me. It's easy to find. I usually pop up pretty easily. And then you search Diversity anywhere on any platform you listen to music, you'll find that too.
And definitely like and subscribe us on YouTube. And don't forget to keep listening. Check us out latest.